Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. One of my weekly contributors and a show favorite, Lance Malone. He's here on today's program. And Lance is with a company called Standard Supply, leaders in providing HVAC equipment for retailers both in the Houston area and in the greater DFW area as well. Lance is up in the DFW area today, up in our Irving studios, and delighted to have him on the program today. How are you, Lance?
I'm doing great, Kevin. How are you doing today?
Doing very well, thank you. Tell us about Standard Supply today.
Sure. Standard Supply is a distributor of heating, air conditioning, refrigeration, and ventilation products. And since 1946, we've been helping the best contractors in Texas take care of their homeowners and businesses' needs in their cooling and refrigeration and heating.
And tell us about your guest today.
Our guest today is Josh Campbell. Josh is the owner of Rescue Air up here in the North Texas area. Actually, they're over in Richardson. And you can find out more about them at rescueairtx.com. That's rescueairtx.com. or 972-964-COOL.
Very cool. No, pun intended. Tell us real quick, Josh, about Rescue Air.
Rescue Air, my uncle and I, it's a family business. I'm third-generation heating and air contractor. We're from Virginia. We moved to Texas a few years ago, and both of us are master mechanicals. And this is all we've ever done. We're heating and air guys, and decided we wanted to start our own family business here in Richardson.
Very good. Your first question. Go right ahead, Lance.
Yeah, Josh, I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what you try to do differently to make Rescue Air a better choice for your customers than your competition.
Well, I think our level of service is what we really pride ourselves in. We know the marketplace is competitive, and we try to give the highest level of quality when it comes to an installation or getting it right the first time. So we have streamlined processes that make sure that we get to a customer's house fast, that we can do things fairly. Our motto is actually fast and fair with your repair. So we try to stand by that.
Yeah, very good. Is there certain parts of the city that you're covering, or are you pretty much saturating that whole area? And how many vehicles do you have to do that?
We cover the whole DFW area, but primarily we focus on Richardson, North Dallas, and but all the way out through Fort Worth. So really, we get all over the DFW metroplex.
Very good. Go ahead, Lance.
Yeah, Josh, I'm frequently asked by friends of mine and family members about which contractor they could use or should use. How can a homeowner or a business know that they're choosing a quality contractor to do their service or a new installation?
I would say first you want to look into where you find your contractor. Angie's List is fantastic. Yelp. I'd use resources that come from other people's experiences so that you can know that the guy coming into your house is credible. The BBB usually is a good place to look also. And then when you do deal with a contractor and he comes into your home, you can tell if he's educated and he knows what he's talking about. Ask him what his certifications are. If he can't give you an answer or provide credentials, you may want to second guess who you're dealing with.
What are some of those credentials that people should be listening for?
Well, for instance, my partner and I are both master mechanical. I'm also a master electrical. Our guys are NATE certified, and if they're not NATE certified, they're in training. So everybody's in a constant training program. We do training on a weekly basis. NATE certification means North American Technical Excellence. Usually it's a 4-year program. It's a pretty big deal. So I think that's a big one to look for.
Yeah, very good. Lance?
Yeah, Kevin, also asking about technicians being trained on the equipment that they've chosen to install is really important because these machines are, somewhat similar, but they have a lot of nuances in how they work and how they need to be wired and how they're put together. And so you want to make sure that the technician is trained on the equipment he's going to install.
Very interesting.
So, Josh, what are some things a customer should expect from their contractor when they come to their home or business to do a repair or to do a new installation?
I think timely arrival, good communication about when you're going to be there. We actually use a paperless system, so we email out or text message out, it's the customer's choice, the details of who's coming to their home. Our guys are background checked, they're drug screened, they wear shoe covers. For instance, if we do an installation, we cover all areas travel of a home with drop cloths, and we do thorough cleanup. So I think those are things that are important to know that somebody really cares about your home. And we show that up front when we arrive.
Sounds like it. Yeah. With about a couple of minutes left, by the way, Lance Malone, Josh Campbell. Lance Malone, I want to make sure people check out his website, SSDHVAC, or isn't that just simply, you can go to standardsupply.com?
StandardSupplyHVAC.com.
That's right. Thank you very much. StandardSupplyHVAC.com, and then RescueAirTexas.com. Your last question for our guests?
Yeah, I was going to ask Josh kind of the opposite side of that question. Are there any clues that people could look for that might indicate they should get another opinion when somebody's in their home to do a repair or installation?
That's a good question. I think if as a homeowner, you should never feel like someone's trying to sell you something. That would be the first thing that would throw up a red flag for me. If you feel like the gentleman who's entered your home looks like he's doing more than just trying to get your system back to where you want it, running well, or if it doesn't seem like he's doing what's in your best interest, pump the brakes and find somebody else.
Yeah, let your gut serve you a little bit, huh?
Completely.
Absolutely. And, one of the things that I like to mention when we talk about that subject is anybody who puts Freon into your system without recommending some kind of leak fix is probably not the best technician out there, because your system's not designed to consume Freon.
That's very true. We actually put a little spot on our website to detail some more about the EPA and the Montreal Protocol and some of the things that brought us into why we're going to the new R410A. So I think it's useful to do some research and be an educated consumer.
Got to wrap it up,
good.
gentlemen. But we're continuing to the next segment, I understand. Correct there, Lance?
Yes, we're going to get into another topic in the next segment.
Awesome. When we come back, much more for you. More opportunities to stay cool right here on The Price of Business.